I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Hi, I'm Kroglander, and welcome back to the subway level of Die Hard Vendetta. And we've seen the previous cutscene that the Von Laan, that's his name. For a second I got him mixed up with Gruber. Europeans, eh? But yeah, we see the curator of the museum is actually in on it. Shock horror. So I'm all wandering around in this sort of labyrinth. But yeah, we see more of those characters in the previous cutscene in the previous part. The sort of Jack Frontier figure, who's probably I wouldn't say a parody, but influenced by Arnold Schwarzenegger. All those typical action stars. But I'm sure that character, well, isn't really that important. Medkit. I was thinking about the prison level, and when we get there, you'll see that the medkits really are important. They really help me out in that level, at least.
Intruder.
But like I said before, I call this a sewer level. It's probably not accurate. It's a subway level. Yeah, the title of the level might give it away. So really, the mucking around the sewer only becomes applicable at certain points. And I've got to say, the train motive is a lot better than just the sewer motive. One means we get to look at like construction sites and sort of mess around with machines, as you'll see in a bit, rather than like wade through sewage. Again, the LA setting of this game, they're all based off real locations. I'm sort of... So I'm getting distracted by my shooting, I don't know why. That fucker. Yeah, the fact that everything's green really makes these guys sort of a little more difficult to see. And I just cancel the bullet time, most of the time. If you don't know what I mean, when you start bullet effect, you can just press jump button to cancel it. I do like the music stings you hear in the background. The sort of classical action dramatic. Da 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 da. Well, they're not that, you know, they're not that bad. In fact, they're actually quite good. I'm just being a bit moody, I guess. But again, what's odd is there are no background music to these levels, which is kind of weird. But it's trying to go for a realistic setting, at least. And I do like the atmospheric you hear in the background. It at least sets the tone of the game. Now, to talk more about this game, I remember picking up in a second-hand game bin. It was like, yeah, it's like one of those second-hand game bins, like I just said, but it was like £8 or £7.99. So if I picked it up, looked on the back, thought it looked interesting. Shooters really aren't my thing, but I do like this one. I do like the balance of action, stealth, and puzzle. You know, they don't really go all the way to either one of those points. Well, it does go very actiony at some points, which actually gives me trouble when I'm in the middle of a firefight. But yeah, I do like how it has a flavour of different genres. Makes it interesting, and there's lots of level-specific gimmicks, lots of characters. So, just trying to think of the different genres it employs. So, action, stealth, puzzle, tactical shooter with the hostage taking, and character interaction.
Why do these guys always have hostages?
You know, Bill, I never did understand why you stayed with the...
And look here, I try and do the right thing and take him alive. And his friend shoots him for me. But that is an interesting game mechanic where when someone's taken hostage, they, for some reason, have no health, or have like one health. One bullet will kill them.
Thanks, mister.
I don't normally smell like this. The name's John McClane, Century City PD.
You saved our lives.
Century City PD?
Hey, pal, what happened?
Wish I knew.
Yeah.
They
Just to give you
rushed
some
in and
background
started
information,
grabbing people. There were
Century
dozens of 'em. Who
City
were they?
is actually a place in
That's what
LA,
I'm trying to find
but
out.
John McClane is a
Sorry.
New York cop.
That's all I remember.
I kind of find that a bit odd. Maybe he got transferred in this continuity or whatever.
How much longer do you want us to hold this area? The police will be here soon.
Not much longer now.
Are the goods secure?
We're nearly done. Remain on alert and await further instructions.
What? Who the hell are you?
I'm the subway inspector, and you just failed your test.
Classic John McClane there. And here we have a bit of a tribute to Star Wars, maybe.
Rico, are you still there?
Yes.
What happened?
Oh, blaster went off, but it's okay now. How are you?
Thought I heard something.
Look, I've let Von Laan fall behind us. He's become a liability. Kill him.
Roger, no problem.
You sound a little hoarse.
I might be catching a cold. It's a little damp down here.
Ah, don't worry, Rico. Soon you'll be lying on a beach earning 20%.
I always wanted one of these.
Yeah, so about that you complete an objective and sort of, well, you complete an objective and you get a free laptop. Great. I do like the little Star Wars bit there. Now you would think Frontier would recognise Rico's voice.
Intruder!
And so you'll notice how something with the sort of enemies in this game, even if they're mercenaries or prisoners or whatever, there's like a couple of voices they have. You just heard the sort of the intruder, sort of nasally, generic henchman type voice, which I don't have a problem with. It's sort of, well, I was going to say it's cartoony, but that makes it seem like I'm criticising it. And really, I do appreciate the voices. At least you give them personality. Not like, oh, intruder, I must get you. Ah.
Back off, or I start shooting.
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, look how he gives the warning after I shot his friend. But again, as you can see, the puzzle element does come in at this point again. Oh, well, they just keep crawling out of the woodwork. Bloody mercenaries. Speaking of which, it's kind of an odd thing. I wonder how mercenaries get started in real life. Do you become a security guard, or... Well, presumably it's not legal, so...
No power.
How would you get into it? It's not like you could take out an ad. Mercenaries for hire. Well, there are private security companies. Maybe it's people who know people in, like sort of Blackwater. Now, this will be quite off topic, but if anyone's played the game Fur Fighters, which is like a cartoony shooter for the PS2 and Dreamcast, one of my all-time favourite games, by the way, and I would love to do an LP of that when I get round to it.
Who was in charge?
There was a big guy.
But I think I'm trying to build subscribers because I'm quite new at this.
Which?
And my next LP will be a Sonic game. Because I'm a fan of that series, and it's best to do a game like that because I think it'll help me get subscribers and at least build myself up a bit, or build the channel up. So anyway, like I was talking about Fur Fighters, there is a part where you have to sort of use a crane to rotate a pipe
Damn thing
in
doesn't
that
work.
game as well,
You need an ignition.
to create a bridge. Very similar to here, actually.
Jack Frontier?
Yeah, that's him. This is all too
I tried talking to them, but like
better
half
be
the
careful.
NPCs, they're
There's
kind
more
of
of them
have
around.
nothing much to say. Well, this room is very important because there's like 3 things in that room that are important. The Rico gun, the generator key, and as you'll find out later, the actual second piece of the painting. which I have to backtrack to get in a while. But don't worry, I edited down. I can't believe I made such an elementary mistake with that. But it's been a while. You know, again, going back to the game called Fur Fighters, I actually think I know that back to back, almost every detail, because I like it so much. And that's not to say this game is not good, but I forgot a few details here and there. That and the paintings, I actually forgot how to collect 3 in this level to begin with. It doesn't seem that memorable to me. Just... yeah, I mean, I know they're part of the story, but it just feels like gameplay-wise, I should say, it's just something they added in as a bit of an extra. Oh well, it's no biggie. Just if you keep your eyes open, you shouldn't have too much trouble. That and I'm not a huge hardcore gamer, play games all the time, but it is my main hobby anyway. And so I've gotten used to the idea of just looking everywhere whenever I play a game. RPG, shooters, platformers, just keep an eye out for secrets and what have you. And of course I go back to get the second painting.
Restoration and it'll be good as new.
But you're lucky I edited down. At least save you some tedious. Hello, I'm behind the door. Yeah, by the way, you haven't noticed, if you move in action mode you get seen, but you can stand still and aim in action mode. They won't see you unless you fire your weapon or you move. Which is why I was able to stand still and aim back there.
How did I get into this?
Oh, here we go.
What a fool I've been.
Von Laan.
Help! Help! Frontier! I'm under attack! If you want to keep breathing, shut the fuck up. You got one chance to get out of this mess, and I'm it.
You have got to be kidding me.
Frontier wants to kill you. You think it's an accident you were left here alone?
But I'll go to jail.
Jail? Hell, I could care less. You want to get out of this alive? You'll come with me.
I see you've saved one of the paintings from Frontier's thugs. It's beautiful, no?
Lovely. Get moving, asshole.
Yeah, if you don't get the painting, I think he does insist that you go back and get it. And while I was talking to him, I did notice the graffiti patterns on the wall. That's a nice detail. Ugh.
Hey, I don't suppose you have a key to this door.
Yes.
This
just
was
a
the part I
minute.
was really dreading,
Where
but
does this
actually when I
lead?
played it, it wasn't
To the
that
river,
bad.
or the storm drains.
Don't try anything clever, Laban. You know I can shoot the eye out of a flea before you can hit the floor with your hat.
What?
Never mind.
Like a little comment there, reference to the previous level. Now, when it comes to this maze, yeah, spoiler warnings, I actually do get lost at some
Can't
point.
see a damn thing. This is hopeless.
But I do follow the tactic of always going left or following the left wall whenever you're in a maze. Just keep turning left, and you'll eventually follow the wall all the way around to the solution.
There's a reward on your head, Von Laan.
bounty is mine.
Oh, so he's put money on both our heads. 'Cause he did say John McClane will bounty is mine. And as you can see, Von Laan is behind you. If he dies, it's sort of mission over, but I don't think that's ever happened. You just gotta be alert and get them before they get you. That, and he doesn't move too fast. So as long as you keep ahead of ahead of him, you know that aspect of this mission shouldn't really bother you. Shouldn't really be too difficult to avoid. I know it's a very small effect, but you can see on the red lights on their night vision goggles, when they move, you see like a light trail. That's a nice little detail, at least. He grabs his leg. I'm trying to think how often I've seen that happen. I guess it happens a lot, but I just always aim for at least their head or their chests. So I didn't really see that leg grabbing animation when that character got shot in the leg. Back to where I started, I see. Yeah, so the Von Laan character, as long as you stay ahead of him, you shouldn't really be an issue about him dying. You just need to be alert and not suck. It's not like a Nikita mission in GoldenEye 64, or just GoldenEye as it's called. I say that because there's been 2 ports recently, one to the Wii and one to the HD consoles. Maybe I should get into it. But one thing that put me off is they used Daniel Craig in the new GoldenEye, and I have nothing against Daniel Craig, but it's just I thought it was like Pierce Brosnan. Anyway, you know who I mean. Actually, was it Pierce Brosnan? I think it was, or was it Timmy? No, it was Pierce, definitely. But I guess that's because the James Bond franchise doesn't have the license to Pierce's likeness, so they used the current Daniel Craig. But then again, that's a small detail. And I'm not in the mood to play GoldenEye again. I enjoyed it back in the day, definitely. Maybe I'll wait for a while.
Okay, now jump.
And after it's been out for a while, it'll be cheap and I can get it second hand. That's what I tend to do with most games anyway, get them second hand after they've been out for a while. I've only just started buying games brand new, and even then it's like Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors only when they came out. Well, I was really hyped for Generations. When I say hyped, I was optimistic, but I was a bit cautious as well. Like, I knew the premise about Generations was selecting the best bits, and my attitude was, it's not gonna have all your favourites, so just like whatever they give you, or be open-minded to whatever levels they select, which I was. You know, like say no Ice Cap, no Lava Reef Zone. Yeah, it's a shame, but I can accept it. Sky Sanctuary looks gorgeous. But yeah, thanks. Anyway, a cutscene is coming up now, so thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe and join me again for the police station.
Shouldn't have done that.
That's my girl.
We'll take Von Laan from here.
Watch out for his European charm.
You know I've only got eyes for you, Dad.
If you know what's good for you, you'll tell her what we need to know.
Get your hands off me!
Get used to it. The next guy to hold you is gonna be your 300-pound cellmate.
Nice detective work, Dad.
Thanks. I'll catch up with you later. I got some showering to do.
I wasn't going to mention that. See you back at the precinct.